What is up, guys? Logan here again with another video coming at you, and today we're going to cover this mining company out of Canada called MTLFF Resources. So this catalyst that pushed gold prices to about 2100 last August could still be in place. You can find this on the OTC under MTLFF and under TSXV under MTS. So many of those catalysts could create a golden pathway for MTLFF Resources. MTLFF Resources is a Canada-based mining company which is principally engaged in the exploration of mineral properties in Canada. It mainly focuses on the exploration of gold, copper, silver, and nickel, and we talked about nickel rock in the other video. So right around there, the company holds interest in the Kirkin property, which is located in the northwest of Stewart in northwestern British Columbia. So gold seems to have recently pulled back to approximately 1715. I mean, we've seen this. We saw the gold prices go up in August, right? That's one thing that we got to keep in mind here. And we've had a pretty decent dip. A lot of the gold funds that I watch, gold has taken about a 19 to 21% pullback over the past month. A lot of that has to do with market volatility that we've seen too. But it says, however, don't be shocked if it advances to around 2,000 or even about 2,500 in the future. Why? Because those very same catalysts that pushed it to about 2,100 in August could still be in place. Remember, a stimulus bill worth 1.9 trillion could soon hit the economy, which could then fuel the possibility of higher inflationary risk. Plus, remember that central banks could remain increasingly dovish with this current health predicament. And then JP Morgan analyst Tyler Langton argues there is support for current prices, with gold and gold mines being seen as a hedge against macro uncertainty. He believes that the main sources of support will be found in real interest rates remaining lower for longer and related stimulus measures continuing to expand central bank balance sheets. So all of this could be positive catalysts for gold prices moving forward. So if we dive into the company a little bit more, you can see they're a junior gold exploration company. Appears to have recently announced the discovery of a substantial gold zone at the company's Miles target, which forms part of the larger 7.5 kilometer long Howelson. The property seems to be situated in the prolific SK Camp of the Golden Triangle in northwestern British Columbia. The Golden Triangle is a well-known district for the past-producing SK Creek and Snip gold mines, Seabridge's KSM deposits, and Pretium's producing Brucejack gold mine. This could be a golden opening for the company. Plus, despite the Golden Triangle's historical reserves, it looks exceptionally underexplored compared to other robust gold districts. It's estimated to hold about 211 million ounces of gold, approximately 87.7 million pounds of copper, and roughly 1,342 million ounces of silver. We could take a look at their chart really quickly. As you guys can see, appears technically golden. After bottoming out at around 23 cents, the stock appeared to rally to about 48 cents before dropping slightly along with gold prices. However, given that gold prices could accelerate back to more than roughly 2,000 this year, the MTLFF Resources could potentially retest a prior 2020 peak of about 64 cents set back in late August. And as you guys can see here, we're looking at the volume is what I like to look at too when you see big movements. And we're getting a lot of volume influxed over here over the last month or so, which is really interesting. We've had a lot of worries about inflation. We've also had people move money around due to the stimulus that is currently being proposed and sent back to the House as of now. So this is really interesting play, and you guys can see a lot of it that popped up right towards the end of the month, right before March started. So this is really cool, really interesting to see as gold continues to take a little bit of a dive. But like it says here, there's a lot of bullish reasons that this stock could move. So it's a Vancouver-based TSX Venture listed junior exploration company focused on exploring gold, copper, silver, and nickel on its 100% owned Kirkin property, situated in the heart of the Golden Triangle, which we touched on earlier. It's a highly mineralized district, home to mines, advanced exploration projects, potentially worth billions of dollars. So MTLFF recently acquired the Kirkin property. The property appears to feature several geological environments and looks to have been carefully assembled by world-renowned copper-gold expert Rodney Kirkham. There could be a significant potential for world-class mine rediscovery here too. So this sounds pretty recent, like they had just recently purchased this amount of land. As you guys can see here, here's a little bit of the setup of it. We can go more in depth on their website. This is really interesting. So they have 4.5 billion in recent developments under the infrastructure, hydroelectric power plants, 287 kilovolt transmission line, paved 2-lane highway, all-weather access road, and airstrips. Okay. At the moment, copper prices appear to be increasing thanks to the economic recovery, growing demand for a greener future, and supply issues. According to ETF Trends, Brent Cook, an economic geologist, argued that estimates for supply increases range between roughly 1.5% and about 3.5%, while demand is projected to significantly exceed supply. The supply deficit is projected to increase over the next 5 to 10 years, primarily due to a dearth of new copper deposit discoveries. The timeline to bring a deposit into production, which can reach for a large deposit, and the fact that most of the major deposits currently in production are in their golden years. Alright, so that's another thing to take into consideration. Maybe exposed to copper. And then it also touches on their experienced team, or they have their CEO. It talks about their chief financial officer. And then we can take a look at their website. This is a quick little update on their share structure. These are the options that they currently have been running, which you guys know we're all about options here. So we have August 9th, 2023, a 105 price with 100,000 of those going. They have 1 million that there'll be 135 by July 13th, 2023. Now, a lot of these are leap options, long expiration. We also have some in the money options that you guys can see here. April 23rd, 2021, there'll be 10 cents, and we have a lot of those, which is really cool. You can do a lot of things within the money options. So I always look at the charts before I make any financial decisions. And remember, anything in this video is my opinion. Make sure you always consult with a financial professional whenever making any sort of financial decision. So that's going to be everything for me, guys. This video is a sponsored video, so I really appreciate this opportunity. I appreciate all the support that I get on these videos, and I'm going to continue to watch these guys move. And as we see money flock into gold as of recently, we're going to watch these guys, see what happens, and I'm going to continue to just keep them on my watch list. So I'm really excited. I really appreciate this opportunity. Again, as always, I'm going to put my disclaimer in the video in the description so you guys can check that out. Always do your own due diligence when you're making investments. Now I have more of a reason to watch gold, so it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of movement we get and how these other tech stocks perform, and where the money kind of starts to flow, especially with the stimulus that we have pending as well. And that's one thing that we touched on in the MTLFF video right here. So that's going to be everything for me, but I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. So make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.